All right, now for the verse. I'll play it for you first, and then we'll get into how to play it on the guitar. So here we go. Was not really super clean, but I guess it'll do for the tutorial. All right, so what do I play? You start off again with that A minor chord, and you play it with that same rhythm we were talking about, only on the 4 and, instead of having an 8th note, you get 2 16th notes. So you get this little speed up thing going. So what do you play? Like this, 3, 4. So you got a little down and upstroke thing going. So like this, 3, 4. Then the second bar is exactly the same. So like this, 3, 4. Then you get the exact same thing on the F with A in the bass. Then you get the same thing on D minor with A in the bass. Then you get the exact same thing with on E with G sharp in the bass. And then you go back to A minor. So up until there, 3, 4. Then you get the last bar, the 8th bar. There you also play A minor, but that last bar is play pretty much the same as you would the 4th bar of the intro. So like this, only now you're playing an A minor chord. So like this. So you got the accents on the first beat and on the 2 and. So like this, 1, 2, and. Then you get to mute the 3rd beat. And then you go to E with G sharp and bass, and there you play 3 accentuated 8th notes. Like this, 3, 4. By the way, sometimes I accidentally play the A string while playing that E with G sharp in the bass, but you should not do that. All right, now you repeat that whole verse, and everything is the same except for the last bar. And instead of going to E with G sharp in the bass on those last 3 accentuated 8th notes, now you play 3 times the G chord, the bar chord. So there, and also you don't play the accent on the 2 and, so you only play an accent on the first beat. So you play like this, 1, 2, and then you got the 3 accents on the G chord. So together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So let's try to play that second time you go to play the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now for the pre-chorus. I'll play it for you first, and then we'll get into how to play it on the guitar. So here we go. Alright, so what do I play? You start off with the F chord, and you get pretty much the same picking pattern as before. The only difference is actually that the 2 and is tied over to the 3rd beat. So it goes like this: 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and. So you still got those accents, only the 2 and is now tied over to that 3rd beat. And at the end, you've got on the 4 and, you've got 2 16th notes. You play with a down and up stroke, and there you already play the chord of the next bar. So in this case, that would be a C chord. So you got this: 3, 4. Like so. In the next bar, where you start with the C chord, you got the same thing. So you got the same picking pattern, and on the 4 and you play those 2 16th notes with a down and up stroke, only there you also already switch to the next chord, which in this case would be the E7. So that second bar of the pre-chorus goes like this: 3, 4. Then that 3rd bar is exactly the same. There you play that E7 chord, and at the end of that bar on the 4 and, those 2 16th notes, you already switch to the chord of the next bar, which is the A minor. So there you play 3, 4. Like so. So those 3 bars together: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the 4th bar is different in a number of ways. First, you got two chords in that same bar, but the accents are also different. So now you've got accents on the 1st beat, the 2nd beat, the 3rd beat, and the 4th beat. So like this. Like so. Now what I try to do is I strum the whole chord on the beat, and when I'm in between the beats, on the off beats, I'm playing more the bass notes. But on every full beat, on every whole beat, I'm going to be playing the whole chord. So what do you play? You play like this: 1, 2. Then you get C with G in the bass. And on the 4 and, you've got that 2 16th notes again, and there you play the next bar, which is the F chord, because there we start to repeat the pre-chorus again. So like this, and you play that with a down and up stroke. So that 4th bar goes like this: 3, 4. So let's try to play that pre-chorus together. 3, 4. I've also played to repeat here, and now we go to the 2nd repeat. And the 2nd repeat starts also with that E7 chord. And what do? You play the first time you play that E7 chord, you play it really loud on the first beat of that repeat, of course. You play it really loud, and then you play it very soft, and then you make a crescendo. So you go louder gradually over 2 bars. So like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you really build up some emotion there. So let's try to play the second time you play that that pre-chorus. 3, 4.